Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Uh, Today we are going to do the preview of tomorrow's India versus New Zealand grand finale of the Champions Trophy 2025. As we had predicted, the two best teams of the Champions Trophy have made it through to the finals, and it's going to be a very intense match tomorrow and a very intense battle, a high pressure match. So it can go either way. Very excited for it. So let's hope for the best, and hopefully we are all wanting India to win this Champions Trophy. But as we said, New Zealand looked more balanced team and more dangerous team on paper, and we both are predicted that New Zealand will win this Champions Trophy. But heart of heart, we want our country to play well and win. So on that note, we welcome Siddhant Srivastava. He will be doing analysis, the preview with us. So over to you, your initial thoughts.
Yeah, so actually now we can say that the stage is set and the stakes couldn't be more higher than this, because like the best teams are set to clash in the grand finale of 2025.
Yeah.
And it could be a battle that promises to be like nothing short of epic. Like India has a powerhouse of batting lineup and a dominant bowling attack, and then there is a New Zealand, which we can say the ever consistent underdogs, not underdogs now, but the most consistent team, and they will be eager to script another historic moment on this big stage. Like they have surprised us in the WDC final also once, so
Yeah.
uh, they will be really expecting to repeat that performance again. And we'll break all this down in this pre-analysis of this ultimate showdown. And among all this, there are so many rumors coming out of retirement that it has become more of kind of a scary thing. Because
Yeah.
the first which while I saw today on my Twitter was that picture where Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli were talking, and then huge comments were going on that Rohit is about to retire, Kohli might not play more. So this is all becoming a very scary thing. We'll all come to this. And with the final set to out to be tomorrow, we hope it to be a very good match, because both the teams are really strong teams, and we'll try to see what India can do, what New Zealand can do to increase their strengths more. So let's Anirudh, let's begin on this. So my first question will be: do you see any kind of a change in Indian lineup?
I don't think so. It depends on the pitch actually. Again, if you need a pacer, means you can drop Kuldeep Yadav and bring in Arshdeep Singh or Harshit Rana. But
I
otherwise,
guess
yeah.
the pitch has been decided. The pitch which was used for India Pakistan will be used for the finals.
Yeah, and same pitch was used also for India versus Australia, isn't it? So I don't think India will change actually. If this team is set, means you can continue with this team itself. And
And
Even in New Zealand's team also, we heard some news that Matt Henry is injured. So maybe if Matt Henry is injured, maybe they can bring in someone like if he's not fit to play, they can bring in someone like Jacob Duffy or maybe another extra spinner, because the pitch will be assisting spin also. But I think mostly Matt Henry, I don't think that injury is that serious. He's not yet ruled out. So I think, because even in that semi-final match against South Africa, after he got injured, he came and bowled a few overs in the end. So I don't think that injuries could be that serious, because he is a big bowler and it is an important match. So New Zealand will really want Matt Henry and all the fast bowling combinations. Matt Henry, Kyle Jamieson, and William Rooke. All three, New Zealand will want all three fast bowlers to play, because Matt Henry has also picked up 5 wickets in that previous match which they played against India and Dubai. So if Matt Henry plays, it will be an advantage to New Zealand, I guess. So they will want to somehow make Matt Henry play the match.
okay,
One final.
I will like to differ on you on this, because what I think that firstly India will be very keen to play Washington Sundar, seeing the left-handers in the New Zealand. So I guess Kuldeep Yadav can be replaced by Washington Sundar. One change which I am seeing in India, and the other change in New Zealand which I can see is, see they have two spinners set, like Glenn Phillips and okay. Now
Glenn Phillips and
Glenn Phillips and Santner. Now the
Michael Bracewell
remaining,
also. Michael
huh?
Michael Bracewell.
Michael Bracewell also. Sorry, not Glenn Phillips, Bracewell and Santner. And the remaining 10 overs they can squeeze in with Glenn Phillips, Rachin Ravindra, and yeah, these two they can freeze in. And what I am seeing is, if Matt Henry is not able to play, then they might try to make strong their batting order by bringing in I guess Conway.
Yeah, but who will you drop to bring in Conway?
Any pacer bowler, any pace bowler. Suppose if like Matt Henry is not fit, so it might happen that they bring in the fast batting one batsman for him in place of
No,
him.
but then the bowling will become depleted, isn't it?
See, they are obviously able. They have four frontline bowlers in the form of Kyle, Willowrock, Santner, and Bracewell. Now, remaining 10 overs, Rachin can bowl a bit of those, and then Glenn Phillips can squeeze in some few overs. Because I see New Zealand might be lured to play one more extra batter here. Because again, Indian spin bowling will try to again do those all tricks to try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
No, what I think that New Zealand can do.
No, no, tomorrow the actual battle will be Varun Chakrawarthy. How the New Zealand batters will be able to play against Varun Chakrawarthy, because he is India's main spinner. Like
Hmm.
others all Axar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja are all there, but I don't think they are as deadly as Varun Chakrawarthy, because last time when Varun Chakrawarthy bowled against this New Zealand, they couldn't pick him. They couldn't pick his deliveries, and they kept on struggling. So
Only
maybe they might have prepared better for to face him now.
yeah, only Williamson was able to play him fine. Like,
Yeah.
and I one more thing I would like to tell our viewers that at the end of our video we'll be choosing a Dream 11 for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you can take any idea from that, because we have a quite a bit of experience in doing. Like Anirudh has been doing, I have been doing, and we do this all on the basis of statistics and all those things we consider.
Yeah.
So it can be helpful to you. Yeah. So obviously Varun Chakravarti is a kind of a sign of danger for New Zealand team, and it all depends how good they play, how many how less wickets does Varun Chakravarti take will help the New Zealand more.
Yeah, New Zealand it will help. And no, not to forget, actually, this New Zealand has won two ICC tournaments in men's cricket, and both the times they have defeated India in the finals. Like in this
Uh,
Champions Trophy itself, 25 years back in 2000, the same Champions Trophy final came India versus New Zealand. It was in Nairobi in Kenya. There
hmm.
we batted first, we scored 264 and we couldn't defend, and Chris Cairns came and scored a century and won it for New Zealand. That was New Zealand's first ICC trophy. And after, in the World Test Championship final in England, there also New Zealand won against India in the finals and won the World Test Championship. Like winning an ICC tournament in the Test format is something very very prestigious. So
Hmm.
now India will be gunning to take revenge for those two losses against New Zealand in the finals.
So many revenge India has to take. When will that end? Every time we play, it's all about revenge. No, Australia, Pakistan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, New Zealand will be a tough nut to crack.
Our nemesis, no, we have to take revenge, no. Australia and New Zealand has always been India's nemesis. We saw
Uh,
whitewash in India, no. That's why we couldn't qualify for WTC final. We got whitewashed in the Test series here. So again, if you see, we were first in first place in the WTC table. The whitewash against New Zealand and the BGT lost to Australia knocked us out of WTC. So again, see which two teams have knocked us out of WTC: New Zealand and Australia. They're always India's nemesis in
yeah,
ICC tournaments. So it's
yeah.
always important, particularly when India is playing against New Zealand and Australia. They need to be careful because they are always haunting India. They are always they are always India's nemesis in important matches and ICC tournaments. You cannot take
Yeah.
them lightly.
And toss can play an important role tomorrow because I guess nobody wants to chase on that slow pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Toss, bat first, high pressure game.
Now, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking is, Australia in the semi-final against India, they batted first and they scored 264. But for Australia's bowling attack, they couldn't defend that score. But what I'm saying is, tomorrow if New Zealand wins the toss, bats first, and posts the same 264, then game over. New Zealand champions of the Champions Trophy 2025.
And even if India scores this much of a run, game over. Because both the teams have good spinners, they will not allow you to score freely. So suppose if New Zealand bats first, India got to keep them below 240. I guess 240 will become a par score
Yeah,
on those conditions and with the level of spinners which New Zealand is having, and obviously it's a ICC final. And same thing goes for New Zealand. If India bats first, India needs to score more than 240, 250, and then they can say that we are in comfortable position.
yeah. So toss is very, very important, and the first innings is very, very important tomorrow. Whoever does well in the first innings has sealed half of the match, or more than half of the match actually. The first innings itself.
Exactly, yeah.
Because
Because
it is not tomorrow's match will not be a batting paradise where you can score 300 plus for fun. It will be those kind of slow wickets where even 250, 260 will be tough to score.
exactly. So toss has got to play a very good, like very important role, and I guess Rohit Sharma, who has lost last 14 tosses,
Yeah,
may
yeah,
God bless him. He wins the toss tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah,
He
that's
should be
true
doing some
actually.
toss practice also.
No,
Like
but the
net.
thing is, Rohit Sharma has lost 14 tosses, but it hasn't affected the result of the match till now. Because if you see, India is still unbeaten in this tournament. So even losing the toss, it didn't matter. But again, I think when New Zealand had come and played India in Dubai earlier, New Zealand won the toss and they chose to bowl first. That was a wrong decision at the toss. They should have taken batting in that match.
They were trying to test something because it was a straightforward decision. Unless you are not Afghanistan, because Afghanistan is doesn't looks on doesn't believes in pitch condition. They have just one mindset.
Yeah,
But-
win the toss, bat first. Yeah.
So I guess the same mindset should be tomorrow also. Whether Santner wins or whether Rohit Sharma wins, win the toss, bat first, and then try to score a good healthy total of 250, 260, and then just the pressure will do the things.
As usual for New Zealand, Rachin Ravindra will be the key because he is the informed batter. He has scored already. He has scored 2 centuries in this tournament. So India need to be careful. If he gets into his groove, then he can do what Fakhar Zaman did in the Champions Trophy 2017 finals. Like, you remember that final where Fakhar
Yeah.
Zaman just completely took the game away from India? I think that is the only match that Pakistan have played well against India, or even the T20 World Cup in UAE, which happened after that. But otherwise, we have been dominating against Pakistan. So, one rare match which we lost, that's where Fakhar Zaman took the game away. And once again, Rachin Ravindra is also a left-hander who can do the same damage. You need to be careful there.
And for India, I guess the start will matter very much because you cannot get yourself into 30 for 3 kind of position which happened in the league game, like the group stage game. Because I guess in a final, it will become very difficult to recover if you are stuck in that kind of position.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Actually, every time Shreyas Iyer can't be saving the team, isn't it? That day, Shreyas
Anyone
Iyer was, yeah.
any one of the top three needs to perform, and Shreyas Iyer's performance will again determine. Shreyas Iyer is again playing to play a pivotal role,
Yeah,
and again I have high hopes from KL Rahul. May he get some runs tomorrow, good runs, so that he can
yeah,
say
yeah. And also,
now.
Hardik Pandya was also injured at the end of the semi-final. Hopefully, I don't know whether he's all right.
No, no,
Fingers crossed. If he is all right, it will be good news actually. Yeah.
he was seen practicing in nets. He has bowled like he was bowling. There were videos of nets, India team doing nets. So he was bowling there. So I guess there is no worry for.
Yeah, that's good actually. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good final tomorrow. My only worry is the top three Indian batters. Rohit Sharma's approach is very worrying for me because he's having only one approach, which is go straight away, go slam bang from the first over itself. I don't know whether that approach will be work in this pitch because even if you see against Australia, they dropped a few catches of Rohit Sharma in the beginning. If they had taken those catches, maybe India could have lost again, like how they were 30 for 3 against New Zealand. India could have also been similarly, they could have been against Australia also, 30 for 3 like that. Australia dropped a few catches which helped which gave lives to the batters. But again, Rohit Sharma's approach is very, very worrying because I don't know, like his approach worked when the World Cup happened in India because here we are all having very flat pitches. But on that kind of a slow pitch, I don't think he's having a responsible approach.
It is looking now as if he's just gambling. If it does like if he gets some good runs, then okay. But now the probability of Rohit hitting at that strike rate is less on these pitches and that against New Zealand. So obviously he needs to be a bit more cautious, which we guess. Because it's a final and you can't leave your team into a position where you just get out in first or second over. At least you
Yeah.
stay in the crease for 6 to 7 overs, no matter you get only 30-35 runs out of 6-7 overs. But that sets a tone, a kind of tone for the coming batsman, because imagine first over, second over, wicket down, so unnecessary pressure comes.
Yeah, yeah.
I will 7 overs, 8 overs,
No,
40,
like,
45 runs. You don't need to get 60, 70 runs in first 10 overs. Play like a bit slow and a bit more cautious, because if Rohit stays till 10 overs, then after 10 overs he can try to increase his strike rate, because
yeah,
he
yeah,
can do that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Because
so
you can't every time depending on Shreyas Iyer, I don't think it's a good idea because Shreyas Iyer is also human. He is also bound to fail in one match. So, it looks as if there is too much over dependence on Shreyas Iyer because the top three is a little vulnerable. Like Shubman Gill has not performed in the last two matches. Rohit Sharma's approach is very, very worrying because he might fail most of the time in this approach in slow conditions. And also Virat Kohli also, he was initially dropped in Australia dropped him once early, and that's why he was able to build and then score that 80 runs. So I don't think New Zealand will drop catches like Australia did that day, and maybe that's where I think New Zealand has an edge over us.
not only New Zealand will not drop the catches, they will take those catches which are not to be taken.
Yeah, the Glenn Phillips and is their best fielder, isn't it?
Ah,
Glenn Phillips, what a catch he took in the previous match. So
ah,
he'll be taking all those kind of catches. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm getting a strong feeling that New Zealand might win it tomorrow because all round they are having a good team actually. India is having still a lot of weaknesses, and I don't know. Like it might just get exposed on the big day. All those weaknesses. Like India have been escaping. If you see, like in the first match against Bangladesh, also we were like in a chase of 220. We kept on losing wickets, and then KL Rahul's catch was dropped, and that's where
hmm.
we were able to finish that match. Pakistan, they didn't bowl well. Against New Zealand, we were 30 for 3 and Shreyas Iyer rescued us. Against a second string Australian bowling lineup also, we were a little shaky and then somehow in the end Hardik Pandya was able to win it for India. So we are still not getting those convincing victories even against some average teams. So against this
Ah.
kind of teams, it might just get exposed, those weaknesses.
Yes, because with the skill which New Zealand brings onto the field is somewhat different from the teams which they have led. No matter India have defeated New Zealand, but I guess that match was not really very important, and New Zealand won the toss and batted second. So that question that toss decision was also questionable, because nobody wants to bat second on these kind of pitches.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow, I think now Santner would have figured out what to do in Dubai. So I think
Hmm.
tomorrow, if New Zealand wins the toss, if Santner wins the toss, he will bat first only.
Hmm.
Because now
Hmm.
they would
Hmm.
have seen all these matches which have happened in Dubai. they themselves struggle to chase 250, so they will be having an idea now. Like they will win the toss, they will choose to bat, because the thing is, when you're batting first, it's like open-ended. You can bat pressureless and set a target. Only for the chasing team, or particularly on these kind of wickets, scoreboard pressure will be there, and also the opponent bowlers will try to squeeze the batters. So tomorrow, if New Zealand wins the toss, they will bat first. And if they bat first and score 260 plus, then I think game is sealed.
Then it all becomes on to the batting, like the Indian team to play really well, because to chasing 260 against New Zealand on those pitches, it would be difficult.
Yeah, not only
Because
that, New Zealand are having 3 quality spinners and also 3 quality pacers. So, and again, as I said, the Indian batters, they are having slight weaknesses. It's not that India's flawless like that. It's not like that. So let's see. It'll be interesting battle actually. Anybody's game actually. We can't clearly say that India will dominate tomorrow's match. Definitely not.
obviously, even seeing the performance of New Zealand, we can say that it will be a very close match, a well fought match, and what we expect that to happen. Now, coming on to retirement, so many rumors going on. Rohit, Virat, Williamson, Jadeja. We never
No, I
know who.
don't think so, because some players still have time, isn't it? You can play till the 2027 World Cup, and then they can they can think about retirement, because Rohit Sharma has always been saying, isn't it, that he wants that ODI World Cup. Like he wasn't selected in the 2011 World Cup, which we won. And then after he has played those ODI World Cups, he has not been able to win. Like India have not won the World Cups. They have been losing in the semi-finals and finals. So we don't know if India wins tomorrow, then maybe I don't know whether they will settle for this win. But if India loses tomorrow, I think they will have some motivation to push till the 2027 World Cup.
Asha. But what I'm thinking, if India loses tomorrow, then I guess it's end to Rohit's captaincy.
Yeah, that's
Because
true. But Virat Kohli has some other motivation, isn't it? Like he wants to complete 100 international centuries, like Sachin Tendulkar. But it's too
huh,
far away actually.
no. If you put the performances of both, obviously Kohli deserves to play, but Rohit's position in a team just as a player, it would be questionable.
Yeah, no, maybe some new player can open the innings, and maybe Rohit can come in the middle order, because anyway he's going to slog. Anyway, his approach is going to be different. Unnecessarily, if you open the innings and throw your wicket away, it's not looking good. For that, you can come in the middle order, like now what Dhoni is doing in the IPL. Come in the middle order and just smash it everywhere. Like that, Rohit can do something.
Lower middle order, not
Yeah.
even Dhoni's. Yeah. Okay. And do you see like any other retirements like Ravindra Jadeja?
Yeah, it's possible actually. Every player has to retire one day. Like
No, no.
no can keep.
These three
Uh,
retirements, like Ravindra Jadeja is also like, now I don't know. I
yeah,
think he's over 30.
he's close to everyone are close to the 40s actually. But I don't know, man. It's their choice. If they
Obviously, it's
want,
their
they
story.
can. If they want, they can push till 2027 World Cup and then see what happens. But they've already retired from T20s. We don't know actually. We need to wait and watch. Like we can't take their retirement decision. No, we need to see what happens. We don't know.
Obviously, not. I'm not saying that they should retire. What the important question was, if Rohit's captaincy, if Rohit is not the captain, do, does he has a place in the team? That was my like basic question.
No, as I said, he can, instead of opening the innings, he can push himself to the middle order, and maybe Yashasvi Jaiswal can be given chance in the ODI team to open the innings. And also they can bring in Karun Nair also into the Indian team after this tournament. Like those guys really deserve an opportunity. Don't know, maybe as you say, Rohit Sharma might retire actually.
Yeah, because if Rohit is playing in the middle order, in place of whom he will play? You will not drop Kohli. You will not drop Iyer. You will not drop Hardik, you will not drop Axar, you will not drop KL. There was a news going on that maybe KL is about to become the next Indian ODI captain for the time this transition phase till the time Shubman Gill is ready to take or Hardik Pandya is ready to take this ODI captaincy.
Yeah,
So
that's
you will
true.
not care. So and if
Then,
I don't see him playing in the middle order in this later part of his career because
yeah,
you
if you say
cannot.
that, then maybe if you say like this, then maybe Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli can retire actually. But it's unfortunate that Rohit Sharma, he has always wanted to win the ODI World Cup, but he's not going to be able to win it if he doesn't play till 2027. But that's okay
It will be
because yeah.
it will be unfortunate for us also. Like we want Rohit to win 2027 World Cup. We want Kohli to win another World Cup,
Yeah,
and
but
we are not yet to see cricket without these two.
yeah, no. New people will come. Like Yashasvi Jaiswal is already waiting. Like he opened in one match against England, and man, you need to give Karun Nair the chance. Like how many runs he has scored in the Vijay Hazare Trophy and Ranji Trophy. Like we just completely sidelined him after he scored that triple century. It's completely unfair on him, isn't it? You need to bring him back at least now after these kind of performances and see what he can do. But as you said, maybe yeah, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli might call it time on their careers. It's unfortunate that they couldn't win the ODI World Cup, but that's how it goes. Like many players, this kind of things happen. Like if you see South African players, they never win any World Cups. They just play, have a good career, and then players like AB de Villiers, Dale Steyn, what World Cups they won? Nothing they won. Morne Morkel, all those people. So it's not in our hands. Like we'll play the game. Whatever trophy comes, you win it. Win it. If trophy doesn't come, you can't do anything about it. You will try your best, but there is always outside factors, luck factors. Everything has to align. Your performance, opponent's performance. Only if everything goes correctly, you can win the tournament. And particularly in the important matches, like in the semi-finals and finals, so many factors are there. It's high pressure, so anything can happen. It's unfortunate, but sometimes you have to accept reality, isn't it?
So let's not discuss this retirement, and hopefully nobody retires tomorrow after this match because that will be another headache for us. So now can we start on our that Dream 11 thing? Can we start choosing Dream 11?
Yeah. We can start choosing. Yeah.
So let's start with batters first, and then we can go to wicket keeper, and then we'll choose bowlers. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Chalo, we can do that. Let me just open my documentation thing. Okay. Okay, so you start and we can discuss on every prospect then.
Yeah, I will pick wicket keeper. I will pick Tom Latham.
Okay. Let us write. So wicket keeper would be Tom Latham.
Tom Latham, and the batters
Mm,
I would pick like I would take a big risk. Like I will pick Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Will Young, Ken Williamson, and Daryl Mitchell.
Williamson, Young, and Mitchell.
Yeah,
Okay.
the six
So we
players
have
done.
Kohli, Williamson, Young, Mitchell. Five batters, a wicket keeper, six. Okay,
Yeah,
then
and then all rounder will be Hardik Pandya,
mhm,
Santner, Bracewell,
mhm.
and bowlers will be Varun Chakrawarthy and Will O'Rourke.
Okay. Okay, so let's simplify for this. This for again, I'll repeat the team for again for our viewers. The bowlers will be Chakravarthy and Roke. So according to Anirudh, you can go with Shubman Gill, number one.
Or
Kohli,
otherwise, instead of Daryl Mitchell, I will put in Axar Patel.
Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
So he will be in this all-rounder list, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
you can't sacrifice both Axar Patel and Ravindra Jadeja. Yes.
so
One of them
Gill,
should be.
Kohli, Williamson,
Yeah.
and Young, four batters.
Yeah.
A wicket keeper comes Tom Latham, five. Then we have Akshar Patel, Hardik Pandya, Santner, Bracewell, and then
Yeah.
Chakrawarthy and Willow.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Your
I
11.
my 11 would be I'll choose KL Rahul as a wicket keeper instead of like Latham. Then for batters, I'll go with same Gill and Kohli. So Gill, Kohli, and then Williamson. I will take. You have missed Rachin.
Oh.
So
Instead of
I'll go with.
him, I can take.
But Rachin and Williamson both I'll not take because they both have performed and they both performing again tomorrow.
No, no, no. But actually, Rachin Ravindra, we need to take actually.
Huh,
Maybe put him instead of William. Instead of William, put Rachin Ravindra
okay.
in my
So okay, your 11 is Rachin. Okay, in place of William. So my
yeah.
would be Gill, Kohli, Rachin, and I'll go with Daryl Mitchell tomorrow.
But Daryl Mitchell is actually struggling against our spin bowling. Like he's not been in the best of form. That's why I left him.
But Williamson is now have performed too much now. For a
Yeah.
tournament, he performed too much. He has played good against India, then he played good
South
against
Africa.
Africa. Three consecutive hundreds.
But
That will be a very.
if you see, New Zealand played a tri series before this tournament, and now they
Hmm.
have played this Champions Trophy. In the tri series, New Zealand won against Pakistan, South Africa, and they won against Pakistan twice. Once in the group match and then in the finals. And they also won against South Africa and they won the tri series. In this
Hmm.
Champions Trophy, if you see, again New Zealand have beaten the same teams. Just include Bangladesh also in that. New Zealand
Ah.
have beaten Pakistan. In the semi-final, they beat South Africa. And then in the group stage, they beat Bangladesh also and lost to India. So the same set of teams New Zealand have beaten to come to the final. Just Bangladesh is additional. Yeah.
Okay, so Gill, Kohli, Daryl Williamson, and Rachin. Okay, I'll also drop Daryl Mitchell. Gill, Kohli, Williamson, Rachin. Then all rounders, I'll take obviously Hardik, and I'll go with Ravindra Jadeja.
Now, why I selected Axar Patel is because he gives runs with the bat also.
Ah, obviously,
Jadeja
yeah.
has not performed that much with the bat. That's why for batting only I picked Axar Patel. Because he
So,
comes in up the order, he's coming at number 5 every match, so he will give batting runs.
but as I have predicted New Zealand to win, so I'll choose Hardik, Santner, Bracewell, and Phillips.
Phillips, I don't think he will. He always struggles against Varun Chakrawarthy, isn't it? We don't know.
Maybe he can get a few wickets. And then bowlers, yeah, same as you said, Chakrawarthy and Willock.
No, we need a New Zealand fast bowler. That's why I picked. We don't
Hmm.
know whether Matt Henry will play. So
Huh,
if
obviously,
Matt Henry had played, I would have picked Matt Henry instead of William or Orki.
as of now, if we see, we can say our like Dream 11. The only difference between mine and yours is that you have chosen wicketkeeper as Tom Latham, and I have chosen it as KL Rahul. Then we
Yeah.
have Gill, Williamson, Rachin, and all rounders you have chosen Akshar, Hardik, Santner, Bracewell. I have
Yeah.
chosen Hardik, Santner, Bracewell, Phillips.
Yeah. Good.
And then bowlers are same Chakrawarthy and Rook. So obviously, you like viewers can take help from this, and they can build obviously their own 11. But this kind of template will.
Can you project the screen showing both our 11s? Can you
I'll put this in the description. I'll put this in the description.
Yeah, okay. No, but you can share screen in this also if you want.
No, I'm not. I'm using some other software. I'm using that in
Uh,
laptop, and
okay,
uh,
okay,
I'll
okay.
I'll
Mention
put
it in
this.
the description.
Mhm. So I guess we have discussed all the stuff, and we
Yeah.
are
So
like ready for
final
final.
prediction. final prediction, who will win tomorrow? Any changes, or you're sticking with New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Okay. I will also stick with New Zealand. Yeah.
And one more request to all the viewers. Please watch ODI now because you never know when this ODI cricket dies.
No, no,
And
no, I don't think that will happen. Like if
no,
ODI
no,
cricket will, if ODI cricket will die like that, then what happens to all the ODI World Cups then?
yeah, the frequency will become less, and also it is making it 40 overs in teams batting twice. There are huge discussions going on in ICC. So till the time we are getting this 50 over, this old vintage format, please keep viewing this. Please keep enjoying the ODI
But
format.
I don't think ODI cricket will go like that. Like we are seeing new teams like Afghanistan, they are doing well. No, they are beating England. Like we are saying, yeah, I agree that the competition has reduced drastically in cricket. Like earlier, we used to see vintage teams like Sri Lanka, West Indies, England, even Pakistan were also playing well. Maybe all those teams are facing downfall now, but I don't know. Like
But obviously, the
ODIs,
frequency.
when good teams play ODI cricket, still ODI cricket is good. That we have to agree.
See. What happened is, when was the last time when you see India playing in a tri series in an ODI? So obviously the frequency has become so less. Even the bilateral tournaments, you see three ODIs. We used to have a seven ODI series, five ODI
Yeah, yeah.
series. So these things are going down. So that is my point. Like we should enjoy the ODI cricket because
Yeah,
it
but
gives.
now another question I'm asking you, like you are saying that ODI cricket will decline and it is going down. Like,
Hmm,
still we are saying like that ODI World Cup, like if we rate all the ICC trophies, we are saying ODI World Cup is the pinnacle of cricket. So if
exactly.
ODI cricket declines like that, then how can we say that ODI World Cup is the pinnacle?
Obviously, maybe maybe this will also change because the what we say, the desire with which the players which are playing now, they expect to win a World Cup. It might change with the coming years. They might become happy with the T20 World Cup because they are getting ready for this format only.
And not
So
only that, actually, I think even the World Test Championship trophy should be rated high because if you see, the ODI World Cup started only in 1975. Before
hmm,
1975, all teams were only playing Test cricket. Like
hmm,
cricket was invented only in the Test format. So I feel many people in India are not understanding the importance of Test cricket. Like I have heard many people say like. Even if we don't win WTC, we'll win T20 World Cup. Like that, they are saying. You can't disregard a format which has
hmm,
existed even before ODI came into existence. You can't degrade that format, isn't it? I, I
exactly.
feel I feel World Test Championship trophy is very very underrated as of now. It should be the World Test Championship should be the pinnacle of cricket according to me. Your views?
Obviously, because Test cricket is the real cricket, and then there is ODI, and then there is T20. You can't rate T20 higher than ODI. Obviously, that's my
Yeah.
point.
So if you see, New Zealand has won the World Test Championship in 2021. Australia has won the World Test Championship in 2023. So I would say that New Zealand and Australia are the real world champions in cricket because they have won it in the Test format. Like you're playing hard for 2 years, you're playing a lot of series in 2 years, and you're doing all the hard work and qualifying for the final, and you're winning the final and winning the World Test Championship. you
Hmm.
can't you can't disregard that kind of an achievement, isn't it?
Ah,
Definitely that also has to be appreciated, that
and
achievement.
also before the WTC started, even India dominated that Test mace when they used to have give that mace. India also
Yeah,
dominated that for a
yeah.
long time, I guess. So obviously, Test cricket is the pinnacle, and ODI is also a very good format if you understand cricket. If you try
Yeah,
to get into
definitely. definitely ODI is a good format, but as you said, if ODI is going down, if ODI is declining, I don't see ODI World Cup that important. Like the Test Championship should be the first priority because we saw a good WTC cycle now, isn't it? Like the WTC cycle was so competitive. India were dominating, and then they lost the home series and lost the BGT and went out. And now South Africa is in the final along with Australia. So
Exactly.
WTC is actually going good. So that World Test Championship should be first priority. Like it should be the pinnacle of cricket. And then if people are not liking ODI, then maybe we can keep T20 World Cup as second, and then ODI World Cup third, and Champions Trophy fourth. Like that, we can rank the ICC events.
That's the game. But if you see like the players which are playing currently, if you take example of Rohit, Virat, Williamson, even because WTC is a very new thing. It was not before, like it is a very new thing. So maybe as the time goes, it may become much more important. But as of now, what I see is the World Cups is the most important, and everybody wants to retire with that pick in their gallery of
No,
kissing.
no. But as you said, WTC is very, very new. But the third cycle is going to end in this June, isn't it? So it has been happening for a period of time. And it is also a good trophy. Like if you see, even India has lost two finals in the World Test Championship. So that is also a very, very competitive tournament. Now South Africa is also going to face Australia for the World Test Championship. I would say that is the last hope for South Africa actually to win something. Like they are just kept keeping on losing in these knockouts. It's very, very painful. Hopefully, I really hope that they can win the World Test Championship this time. Because
Yeah,
winning the World Test Championship is a bigger achievement than what people are thinking now.
obviously. Playing a test match in overseas condition, winning those test matches, even drawing a test match in an overseas condition is a very daunting task. And
Yeah, yeah.
if if the viewers understand test cricket, then obviously they would agree to with this idea
Yeah,
of test, why we are rating test cricket so higher.
till this Champions Trophy, if you see, we saw some peak Test cricket like from the November, I think October, I think we saw so many different Test matches were happening. One side India and New Zealand were playing Test series, and then another side, England and Pakistan were playing first, and then
Australia,
England and New Zealand played. Yeah,
Australia and Sri Lanka was also going on.
yeah. Australia Sri Lanka was after the BGT. I'm
Huh.
telling from October till January, we had a lot
Hmm.
of Test cricket. If you see, like India versus New Zealand was playing on one side, England was playing Pakistan, and then after that, England played New Zealand, and then South Africa was playing against Sri Lanka and Pakistan in their Test series, which they won and qualified for the finals. And then we played BGT. Like there was a lot of Test cricket. It was very, very good to watch so much Test cricket happening for like 3 to 4 months during that period. So
Yeah.
definitely WTC cycle is a good cycle. At least I enjoyed those 4 months of Test cricket. I hope you also would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm a die-hard cricket fan, and I have a huge memory of watching those Indian Australia matches, waking up early, just
Yeah,
like a night. So obviously, even now, till today, watch, I try to watch test matches if time permits. So yes. So now let's come back to this because we can have all this discussion. So
yeah,
now, as we have analyzed this pre-match, we have done this pre-match analysis of India versus New Zealand, and we are expecting a very blockbuster kind of match where we both have predicted New Zealand, and but in our heart we all want India to win the Champions
yeah,
Trophy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it is getting retired tomorrow. Maybe
No, no.
with yeah.
Until it is official, let's not come to conclusions. We'll see everything as it happens.
Uh, obviously. So we'll not talk about retirement now. Let's hope India wins this tournament.
But even if they retire from limited overs cricket, they will surely play IPL for a longer time. Like even
Uh,
Dhoni is playing now, so they will play IPL surely.
yeah. So obviously they will play IPL. But with this, we come to the end of our video, and hopefully you all enjoyed the video. And we have predicted also a Dream 11 for tomorrow's match. You can choose and pick from whatever you analyze it. So, any last comments for the viewers, Anirudh?
Yeah, so keep watching our videos, keep liking, like, share, and subscribe. And also, please add your comments in the comment section so we can know your views about our videos. We had a good preview session today about tomorrow's blockbuster final between India and New Zealand. It's the ultimate showdown, so let's see who comes out on top tomorrow. And if whoever wins tomorrow will be wearing a white coat and holding that trophy. So that is a very, very it's a motivational thing. Like we would want our players to wear the coat and lift the trophy tomorrow. So hopefully,
Kohli
let's.
push-up.
Yeah, yeah.
Kohli doing push-up thing.
Yeah, yeah. We have already done. We have already worn that white coat we have worn in 2013, and we have lifted it. So after 12 years, we don't know. Let's see. But I think it will be a close match tomorrow. But let's hope for the best. We'll enjoy the match and see what result who wins tomorrow. So
And
yeah.
one request again I would like to make through this channel. No matter what happens, let's not troll any player. Let's not do all those rubbish thing which we are doing on Twitter. And
Yeah.
no matter who performs well or not, but let's not get into all these because all those players they want trophy more than anyone else on this planet. Any like more than us, more than everyone. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think like let's not take so much pressure because our team India is doing well actually. Like
Very good.
Even if India loses tomorrow, if you see the next year T20 World Cup is going to happen in India, and we are having one of the best T20 teams in the world. Like I feel that T20 World Cup is ours. Like we will defend the T20 World Cup because we are having players like Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Verma and Surya Kumar Yadav in that T20 team who can tear the bowlers apart.
Mhm.
So I am thinking in that mindset, like even if we lose tomorrow, next year T20 World Cup, we can really push and win. Or if we are winning tomorrow, that can also be a bonus because as Indians, we want India to win as much as possible. And
Exactly.
additionally, I also want South Africa to win, but we'll come to the World Test Championship final later. So
Ah,
on that note, we had a good preview session. We'll be back again tomorrow we'll be back again after the final to do the review of the India versus New Zealand Champions Trophy final. So until then, keep subscribing, keep watching our videos, keep adding your comments, and we'll be back again to do the post-match review of the big final, which is going to happen tomorrow. So until next time, take care, guys. Cheers and goodbye.
goodbye.